Hi, this is Monty from Motor Park Vehicles, and here's another one of our detailed vehicle appraisals on a car that's just recently coming to us. This is our 2010 Mercedes R-Class 350 long wheelbase Grand Edition. Quite a rare car, you won't tend to see too many of these around. I think of when I last looked on the internet, there's about half a dozen of these cars. None of them in black. I think most of them in silver, etc. Anyway, the car has covered a little over 96,000 miles. Really high spec car though. Grand Editions were the last of the cars, so they tend to have quite a few extras on them, but this one's got a few more. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to briefly walk around the car and give you a more detailed view very shortly. Now these videos tend to take about 8 to 10 minutes long. I'll try and be as brief as I possibly can. What else to tell you about the car? It has got, in terms of spec, it's got a sunroof, it's got Distronic or radar assisted cruise control. Really rare option, but fantastic how it works. You've got 4Matic suspension, so adjustable suspension on this car, reversing camera, front and rear parking sensors, memory seats front and back, lots and lots of bits and pieces. Now not all of these items were standard on the car, some of them were extras. Now I'm going to hold the camera there for a few seconds. Please jot down a registration number if you want to. You can ring up Mercedes-Benz, find out about the service history. So I had Mercedes-Benz service history up until 2015 or 2016, and then it's been done elsewhere, and we've serviced it as well, or our in-house garage have. Long MOT, the previous MOT was carried out by the previous owner. We haven't done that, but we've done a few bits and pieces to it, including a service. Now the reasons we tend to do these videos, it's all about trust, honesty, integrity. We try and tell you how it is. She is 96,000 miles. She's 9 years of age, guys. Please don't expect a brand new car when you come and have a look at it. Please read some of my reviews on Auto Trader. They are all genuine reviews. We don't make anything up, but I want to tell customers how it is. So, you know, whether you're 2 miles away from us or 200 miles away, when you come to view the car, it should be as I've described. All right, now one way you can tell this car's got Distronic, if you have a look at the badge, it's all totally flat. Normally if you haven't got Distronic, it's not like that, but it's fantastic the way it works. It picks up the car in front of you and accelerates and brakes for you. Now it has just started to spit rain, believe it or not. Lots of lovely sunshine, but it's just started to spit a bit of rain. So what I'll try and do is start off on the driver's side for you, and I'll go around and show you all inside. Now I'm not too sure if I mentioned this before, but it is a long wheelbase. It is a 7-seater. All the bits are there, parcel shelf, etc. I've taken quite a few photos just to show you how the configuration works with the seats up and down, etc. So we'll start off on the driver's side. Front alloy wheels look in really good condition. You've got a few little marks here and there that have been touched up, but nothing major. Plenty of tread on the tyres. Wow, it's now starting to sleet, it looks like. Wow, what weather we're having. Let's just try and show you down the side of the car. Okay, hopefully you can try and pick up reflections. It all looks really good. There's no great big nasty dents and gouges. Now she is black, 9 years of age. It's not going to be a brand new car. You're going to have a few hairline scratches here and there, a few stone chips that have been touched up, but you know, that's inconsistent with the age and the mileage of the car. Hence the reason why we do these videos. I mean, how many times have you gone to view a car? It looks absolutely fantastic in the pictures. You go and have a look at it and it's not as described. So hopefully, if I just squat down a bit, you can try and pick up some of the reflections of this building here, maybe. Plenty of tread on the tyres. Now this is probably about the worst wheel. Now I've parked it this way in particular because you've got tiny bit of corrosion here on the wheel. The rest of it's all okay, just a tiny bit of corrosion there. Now again, if I took a photo from there, you'd think, wow, what a stunning looking wheel. And it isn't that bad, just a little bit of corrosion there. Now let's just show you inside. Now apologies if I do miss anything on the spec. Has got loads of stuff. Anything from your electric memory seats for driver and the passenger. You've got your electric tailgate as well, so I'll show you that in a second. 4 electric windows, folding mirrors, This little button there is to do with the back windows, right at the back for the 7 seats. Automatic headlamps, you've got xenon lights on this car. You've got Linguatronic, which is your voice command, so you can tell it telephone and put in your navigation details without having to tap any buttons in. There's your navigation screen. Let's just pop in the car. Navigation screen there, let's just turn the volume down. And then you've got telephone, you've got radio, CD changers, media interface devices. There's lots and lots of toys to play on here as well. Alright, all your air conditioning, climate control, separate driver and passenger. Heated seats down at the bottom. That's your 4Matic suspension, so you can raise and lower the car. Parking sensor you can switch off. ESP's electronic stability program. And you've got 3 settings for the suspension. So you've got comfort, sport. When you don't have a light on, it's just a normal setting. Alright, sunroof. Now it hasn't got a panoramic glass roof, but it's just got a normal electric sunroof, which works absolutely fine. Now I'm conscious it's about 6 minutes now. I'm trying to be as quickly as possible. Now we have got a full complement of mats. I just haven't put them in the car as yet. So black set mats. Hopefully you can try and pick up all of the interior in here as well. And there's lots of configurations that you can have with the middle seat. You can fold that middle seat section flat and etc. and just have it as a 6-seater if you want. But it's traditionally a 7. Big doors. This lovely bird's eye wood trim that you get on the Grand Edition. Now apologies, I probably forgot to show you the driver's seat, just so you can have a good look what kind of condition that's in. And it's typical Mercedes-Benz build quality really. You know, she's done 96,000 miles, but look at the seats. They look lovely. Wow, time is getting away from us. Right, there are a few little stone chips that we've touched up along the edges. And there's a few on the door, sort of one over here and a couple over there. It's going to be hard to see on a black car, and I'm conscious that the video is getting longer and longer. So, rear parking sensor, I mentioned front and rear parking sensors. You've got reverse camera on this car as well. There's the reverse camera bit there. Right, opening the tailgate, just one pull of the button. Tailgate goes up automatically, and you've got your push button there to lower it down. Partial self's in there. Now I've left it in the 7-seater configuration, and I'll show you what that looks like in a second. You get your spare wheel under here, all your tools, it's all there, all fine. Right, rear bumper. There is a mark on the rear bumper, or a couple of little marks on them. Along here, they've been touched up just along there and there. And again, if I took a picture from here, you wouldn't see any of that. Let's just show you down the side of the car. Hopefully you can try and pick up the reflections. Now, apologies if this video does get over 10 minutes long, but I think customers who want to buy a car like this will appreciate the length of the time of the video. Lots of tread on the tyres. Again, alloy wheels looking really good condition. Yeah, we put some new centre caps, by the way, in here. Some new Mercedes-Benz centre caps with a black outlay instead of the blue. Again, to show the door panels, they're looking good condition. All the seats here all look fine. And let's just move this seat forward. So this is how you'll get in, driver and the passenger side. Just to show you the back of the seats there. Looks like whoever had the car before has probably had maybe a baby seat in the back there. You can just see a little bit of the indentations on the seat. Or maybe a couple of baby seats in there. Couple of cup holders in the back there as well. But plenty of room, even a 7-seater. You can adjust these seats, bring them forward if you want to. There's a handle under here. If I can try and do that quickly, it's a bit hard with one hand only. There we go. You can move the seats just to give you a bit more room in the back if you want to. But yeah, just a bit difficult to hold it with the camera. Right, let's go down the front of the car. There's a few little chips here and there on the passenger front door, but I'll show them to you very shortly. Plenty of tread on the tyres. A few little chips on the wing that we've touched up. I think there was one along here, and there's one up here somewhere that we've touched up. But again, it's black. Customers of black cars know what they're like to try and keep clean. Now hopefully you can try and pick up the reflections. What you're basically seeing, there's a couple of posts in the grass. Hopefully that all looks good. Now the few little chips that we have touched up, there's one along here somewhere, and there's a couple along the door edges and one at the top there. A bit hard to try and zoom in, but just wanted to point them out to you. All right, I'm not trying to point out the negative things of the car. I just want to show you it is a lovely car, drives really, really well, but I just want to point out certain things on the vehicle that I've noticed. Now, 96,000 miles. The worst bit about a car normally is about the front end, where you've got loads and loads of stone chips, etc. This hasn't got that. It's got a few little stone chips that we've touched up. There's a couple along here. I think there was about half a dozen that we touched up on the bonnet. Nothing else. Okay, hopefully that all looks good. And a few little marks that we found on this corner that looks like it's nothing we've done, but there was a little scuff at the bottom there. It looks like someone's not painted. Well, they might have painted it, yeah. I wouldn't have thought they touched it up. And a couple of little bits along here as well. All right, we're not going to be painting bumpers, etc., that type of thing. It just escalates the cost, and you know, we've tried to make the car as affordable as possible. We've gone by what Auto Trader, and again what we've purchased the car for, but you'll struggle to find another car with all these specs or all these optional extras on the vehicle. We're going up to 12 minutes now. Just briefly tell you about the warranty. You get 6 months comprehensive warranty with all of our vehicles. They're supplied by 2 different companies. I give you the options, tell you the pros, the cons. We do as many add-ons as we possibly can in terms of air conditioning, emissions, suspension, that type of thing. We don't give you a basic £250 warranty that covers you for engine and gearbox, and you've got to pay half of the bill. No. Ours will be the total value of the car. It will be 100% parts and labour contribution. All you pay is the first £75. They are outsourced by 2 separate companies. We let you make your own decisions who you want us to use for you. We'll tell you all about the companies, how they work, how they don't work, and so forth. All right, so thank you very much for your time. Apologies, we're getting up to 13 minutes now, but I just wanted to give you as much information, as much detail of this car as possible. If you're interested in this car or anything else at Mopar Vehicles, please don't hesitate to give me a call, send me an email, text, whatever you want to do. I'll always get back to every customer. Not everyone gets back to me, but I get in contact with every customer. Many thanks again for your time. Bye-bye.